Hello, beautiful people. It's Wednesday, so it's Wednesday, Debbie. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing okay. Yeah. Hope you guys are taking care of of yourselves. I don't know why I say taking care of each other, because you have to take care of yourself first. You first, forever and ever. Like, though it's usually hard to at times, but anyway, you first. Then you can start then you can go to the next person. Hope you guys are checking up on each other. Hope you guys are staying safe, jogging your minds, in that like you don't stay stagnant doing one activity for the whole day, though it's the quarantine mood. Anyway, I want to appreciate you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel, and thank you guys for sharing, and thank you guys for commenting, liking, talking about it. Yani, like whenever I send the links to people in my WhatsApp, people usually get so excited, and I'm like, you guys getting excited about my content? But it usually warms my heart to see you guys getting excited to like learn more about mental health, and getting remarks like from Martin. Martin is usually like, my therapist, and I'm like, yeah, thank you. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much. So today I want to talk about borderline personality. I believe you guys have heard about it, and if you haven't, I'm going to kind of briefly explain about it, and then kind of give you guys coping methods and how to help a person who has it. Yep. So, borderline personality can be described as a mental disorder characterized by mood behaviors, unstable behaviors, and unstable relationships. You see, a person who has like at times, it has been said that bipolar and borderline personality are kind of the same. You see, in that they both kind of act the same way, but the only difference is that bipolar is a mood disorder, and borderline personality is a personality disorder. So normally people usually experience emotional stability at 5, like from a range of 1 to 10. Normal people experience it at 5, but a person who has borderline personality tends to experience it at really fluctuating from a 1 to a 10. Yani, in that they either low, very low, extremely low, or at a 10. And this keeps on fluctuating throughout the day, in that they can be they can have extreme happiness and extreme sadness. They can be excited at a certain time and go in minutes to being angry, you see. Some of the symptoms of borderline personality would be impulsive behavior, in that they tend to be really, really impulsive in everything that they do. They tend to they can go for excessive drinking, impulsive buying, yeah. And also another symptom would be splitting personalities, in that today they wake up and they're like, I love him, I love him very much, he's the love of my life, he's the water of my yangoa. And then 3 days later or a day later, and they're like, I hate him, why is he in my life, and you find like this, it's not even like you've done something wrong, you see. It's just that their personalities tend to shift. uh it's more of like they have split personality disorder. I don't know. uh, yeah. The next one would be suicidal behavior and self-harm. People with personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, are people who tend to experience also depression, you see. And when they're experiencing their lows, they tend to self-harm a hell lot. The moment they reach their lows, the first thing they think of is self-harm. 90% of the people who experience borderline personality tend to self-harm. Yeah. um they have an unstable self-image, in that they can't like say this is how I am. They'll tend to ask themselves questions like, who am I? Why am I doing this? Why am I here? And they tend to question themselves. Yeah. The next one would be uncontrollable anger, in that they once they get angry, it's bad. So how to deal with bipolar? One, seek help from a therapist. Seek help. I know people find seeking help from a therapist really hard, in that you find like you're going to tell a person who you don't know about your issues, and kind of seems kind of odd. Like, this person doesn't know me, so they won't understand, you see. But in actual sense, therapists are trained to deal with such situations. They are learned in such environs. Okay, another one is pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to the certain feeling that you're feeling there. If it's sadness, pay attention to it. If you're feeling anger, pay attention to it. If you're feeling sadness, happiness, pay attention to it. Yes, the next one will be distinguish between between your primary and secondary emotions. In that, it is common for people to like people to feel overwhelmed with a wall of emotions, and take a moment, just take a moment to like separate out what you're feeling, like your main feeling right then, and what else you may be feeling. Like, for example, you're supposed to go out with your friend, you're supposed to meet at maybe TRM, or I don't know wherever you guys like having fun, and then your friend doesn't show up. Your primary feeling, your main feeling is anger. You've established that your main feeling is anger. That's the primary feeling, primary emotion. And then so the secondary feeling would be like you feel sad because you're not sure if your friends fear, and sadness because you're not sure if your friend even cares about how you feel. You feel ashamed because you decided to show up and your friend didn't show up, and you feel so many other feelings. So these are the secondary emotions, you see. Yeah. The next one would be, you see, like when you establish and you distinguish the primary feelings, primary emotions and secondary emotions, it's easier for you like to establish and deal with them separately. Like, I'm feeling anger, so this is what I'm going to do because I'm feeling angry. This is what I'm going to do because I'm feeling sadness. This is what I'm going to do because, you see, like, it's totally normal to experience a wall of emotions, but then for people dealing with borderline personality, it's really hard for them to establish them, because they want to like, not want, they actually feel them all like at once. Yes. The next one would be use positive self-talk, in that you just talk to yourself and be like, yo, I'm important, I'm an amazing soul, I love me, I am a beautiful soul. I mean, just do those positive self-talks, share yourself with love, so that you don't feel low about yourself. I mean, You're an amazing soul, obviously. Like, who doesn't know that? um Describe your emotions in detail, everything that you're feeling. Yeah, and then describe and be like, okay, so I'm feeling sadness. To yourself, it's not a must to describe it and say, just describe it to yourself and be like, so I'm feeling sadness because my friend didn't show up, and it's touched this place. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, just describe it in whatsoever way you feel like describing it. So how to help a loved one who's experiencing not bipolar, sorry, borderline personality. um Advise them and insist on them seeking help. Yes, and also, like, support them in every single way possible. Like, you can do research on borderline personality and learn more about it so that you can know, like, this is how she's reacting because this is how she's feeling. She's behaving this way because of this way. Yeah, you see. Yeah, and don't and always validate their feelings. Just be like, I even if you don't understand why they're feeling the way they're feeling, just be like, I see you're not doing okay and I'm really sorry. I'm here for you. You see. Yes, be consistent. You see, people with borderline personality, they tend to not be consistent with whatever they're doing, everything that they're doing. Not, I don't mean all of them, I don't know, but they tend to have some level of inconsistency, you see. So be consistent in that you are their consistent tracker. I did it. Yeah. Be the consistent tracker in that you help them control the things that they do. Help them be consistent in their life with the things that they do, the things that the projects that they take, the things that they establish. You see, establish personal boundaries. You see, like I say during the symptoms, people with borderline personality. People with borderline personality are very terrible with boundaries. So like, insist on your boundaries that you've set towards them, because they never know where your boundaries are. They never see them unless you insist on them. Yes, and also use a positive approach towards their behaviors. Like, and just be like, I'm really sorry. um I am glad you're doing this. You're improving. Validate the fact that they're improving in everything that they do. Yes. So that's all I have today for borderline personality, and I hope you guys like it, and hope it will help. If you note that you have a friend who's experiencing the certain symptoms that I've listed, encourage them to go for therapy so that they can be helped. Yes. So have a blessed day, and may God bless you. Take care of yourselves, check up on each other, and just be the light. Even though you already are someone's light, just don't know who. Like, we barely we not barely, we rarely see, like, how much of a light we are to people's lives. We rarely see, like, how much of an impact, a positive, a good and big impact we have on people's life by just smiling, by just talking to them, by just waking up and being you. Being you is actually the best thing you can ever do to yourself and to the people around you. So be you, Bobo. Yes, and do what makes you happy. Feel what you have to feel. Don't ever invalidate how you feel for anyone. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves.